Good morning, everybody. It is, it's noon now. Good noon. All right, let's clean up the table again. I messed it up. Let go of them. Jimmy. He's kind of going crazy this morning. He really. Satisfactory. Crunch. Take care of that later. All righty, guys. We have some stuff to do today. We have quite a few things to do today. We have to start working on the pacifiers. Goodness, I'm getting more orders. Like I just got an order for 3 pacifiers all at once. Last night was a rough night. I had an aura for a migraine. And when I get a migraine aura, my typical migraine aura seems to be this like vision spot. It starts over here as a little spot. And as it moves, it kind of moves across to the other end of the eye. And then usually when it's about halfway through this eye, the migraine kicks in. So that was fun. But I sent Andrew for some emergency Excedrin. And I took all the meds and went to sleep. But today, we are ready, I believe, to unmold some shit. So this should be about ready. Sorry, I'm going to make sure that they are ready. Yes, nice and hard. These guys, you're ready. Yep. Everything seems ready to unmold. We're going to start with this one. This one is kind of an interesting one to do. I haven't used mold release because I need to buy some for this type of mold. My sock monkey one should be here. I'm going to have Andrew get the mail when he gets home because it's on its way. And I really like these. I'm going to see what I can do with these. We have a Leo. The reason these are harder is because they are a harder plastic. They're a flexible plastic, but they're, ooh, that looks gorgeous. Not too many bubbles. Yeah. Ta-da. Nice. And it's a monkey. Leo, what did you just fucking drop? Come on, get down, dude. Kind of hoping these can be earrings. What? Yay, I will need to trim and fix the edges just a little bit. I could even like stick them together to make a charm if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to. At some point, I will probably, these ones I don't think I need to dome so long as they come out properly. So, well, those look great. So we're gonna actually go ahead and next we're gonna demold. You stay down. You've been a pain in my ass the last few days. We're going to demold this set now. This was just some random stuff, not all of them matching. I was just testing. Ooh, that one turned out really good. Except for all the glitter went to its front. But that was okay. Oh, that one's really cute. This set turned out perfect. Ooh, I like that. That's a really pretty little jewelry set. And then this one, I'm not sure how these turned out, honestly, because it was thickening up when I started these. Actually, it turned out pretty dang good. One has a little bubble on the top, the other one does not, and they turned out really awesome. I'm very, very impressed. This is the pipette one I did. So we got all those. We'll need to doctor up a little bit and finish cleaning up this mold. Put that on the side. Next, let's see here. Let's do this mold. This was just some pink resin I had to make a couple little things. That one might need some doming. It's just a little teeny tiny heart. This one I'm interested to see how it turned out because, oh, it turned out really nice. Very perfect. This one turned out great. Not a bubble, nothing. That heart. That is perfect and adorable. Oh, hello. More pink. We did lots of pink yesterday. Let's see here. Let's do this mold here. We have another heart here. This one turned out really gorgeous. It's a little matte, a little bit matte, but not too bad. Nice pinky rose heart. This color was called Rose. Now this one, I have no clue how this one's going to turn out because it was all thick. It actually turned out pretty good. It's a little rose. This was just like leftover resin that I had. Leo, it's a rose. I think there's a bubble in it right here, but I'm not surprised. It's kind of cool. And then this was just literally a mosh posh of, it's a little, just a little dome thingy mabobby. It has blue stars and pink hearts. And yeah, the resin sunk, or not the resin, the thing. This one I was more excited about because this one I painted the mold with mica and then I put pink on the background to see what it would do. And actually it turned out pretty damn good. The butterfly. Really pretty. Like this really pretty purpley pinky color, and it's neat. So there's that. And then just so you guys are aware, we did do an Eiffel Tower the other day. Where's the black one? We did a black Eiffel Tower, and this one doesn't show up as well, but I did paint like the lines inside. It just doesn't look very good. I'm still new to that. But this Eiffel Tower we did the other day, and you can see all the details real well. What I'll probably do in the future is brush it with mica. All right. Next. This is the one I'm curious about. I did just kind of what might be considered a dirty pour, where I just filled this one up with a few different colors. This one, it turned out fantastic. Good. This one I might use for Hannah as a fidget spinner, because she wants a fidget spinner. She likes these as the spinner because they're kind of irregular, but we did this one. And then it's got like a more of the blue. I had a lot of blue left over, so but it turned out really cool. And it's super smooth. So that one turned out. All right, let's do this one. This one I did. Let's start with this one. This I should have waited a little bit longer for the resin to solidify because we did get a lot of glitter kind of going down to the bottom. I mean, which makes it the chunky glitter at least, which makes it easier to see. But it's like pink and teal, hearts and stars. It turned out real good. I like that. And we did a couple. Let's see this one here. This mold I actually really like for making pendants. Like I have some ideas for these. Let's see through a little bit. It's really pretty. So these are all going to kind of look similar. They're just a couple of different shapes. That one I may have to drill through the rest of the way. We got a square. And then we did a circular one. Turned out real good. And then we did a pink puzzle piece. I forgot, I didn't get all the mica mix. This one turned out really good though. Pink puzzle piece. Oh, and we have just some clear here, which I'll probably do something with. There's a lot of bubbles in this one because it was just like extra little bits of resin. But it was just a little teeny bit of clear resin that I had left. This one is going to be, I'm debating this one. Oops, there's a glitter in that one. I'm debating these for my mom. Oh, those turned out fantastic. These are like an iridescent. You can't really see it as well on the camera, but this is a green and white iridescent. So I have some plans if I can do it right. This one turned out pretty good. There's a little bit on the corners because I did not get it in there. We'll need to fix those corners up a little bit, but actually it kind of rounds it, which is nice. So there's this one. My plan for this one was to kind of go with a Yoda theme for my mom. Like, it's hard to hold it down and show you at the same time because it's not stuck on there yet. But something kind of like that, where the iridescent would show up, and or this one, like or older Yoda. I'm not sure. My mom loves Yoda, so she loves Star Wars stuff. But it doesn't show up on the camera, but it's actually pretty green, and then it's iridescent, which is really cool. And then of course I have this one, or this one. Did the little swaddle baby Yoda thing for this one, or a lightsaber or something. I'm not totally sure yet, but I wanted to do something for my mom because I didn't get to do her a birthday present. And then we have dinosaurs. I did a rainbow dinosaur. These are, these are fun to play with actually, as like a little play toy for obviously an adult. Or these are cute little. This is the purple. Cute little dino, and you can actually paint in their features a little bit. Let's go with yellow. Oh, he did good. He did well. This one turned out really good. This one I love because you get all his little spots and everything. And he turned out really cute. It looks like it's a bubble, but no, it's his mouth. All right, let's try orange. I think I got a cat hair in that one. Ooh, I like that one. I've never molded this particular dinosaur before. And it's hard to see on the camera, but they are very like shiny and marbly because of the mica. It's fun. I love the mica powders. I am also going to be getting like actual colorants and things like that as well. Let's do red. Yes, you turned out perfect. I like this one. I thought these might be kind of a fun little like play thing or something. They're real cute. Oh, you're awesome. You turned out really good. And these also can turn into keychains or pendants of some sort. This one is really pretty. I actually kind of like when the mica doesn't fully like mix in because it creates those little spots, but I like him a lot. All right. Molds, I have to clean up a couple of molds. These ones are pretty clean. All right, and then last but not least, we have, let's unmold the non-matching ones. These I'm hoping can be earrings. Let's unmold the kitty. I had a couple extra bits. Oh, perfect. Of resin, so not all of them match, but we have a kitty, and I can paint his little facial features, of course. Probably will. We have this one was just leftover resin, so I legit just poured some in, and it actually looks pretty cool. On the back is like going green. All right. I hope that one didn't do too much, but okay. And then we have a pink glitter kitty with oh, that one's hard to see. A pinky glittery kitty, and the features are hard to see at the moment, but. And then we have, I'm doing all the unmatching ones first. Then we just have a pink shimmery star or heart right here. Then let's see, this is the set. I'm most worried about these two. So we're gonna unmold bunnies. This hopefully will do what I want it to do. And bunny also has facial features. It'll be printed, that'll be painted. Yeah, I definitely needed to wait a little bit longer to put in the shaped glitters. We have a bunny. It does have facial features. I need to paint those on. This is hopefully going to be a set of like earrings or something. Ta-da! They are adorable. And then we have the bears. They're going to have the same issue. Oh, that really sank. This is not my favorite glitter for sure. The shaped one, it's not my favorite, but I had it for a specific purpose. And you know, little bears, yes, they have facial features. There we go. They're so cute. All right, and then this set, I have no idea how this is going to turn out because while I was doing this set, Leo hopped up on the table and almost stepped into the resin of this one. And I was in the middle of pouring and had to like grab him with one arm and shove him down. So let's see here. So what I did with this one is I put, oh, they actually turned out really pretty. These are flowers, and I put a dot of yellow, and it's spread, of course, but like those are really pretty. This is like a pinky red, a little bit. It's actually a little bit of leftover red, and some leftover yellow. Very little leftover, or is it leftover iridescent? I'm not sure. All right. I have no idea how this one is going to turn out. I'm very curious. Oh, it didn't really. Okay. I didn't know how that would go. I'll have to fix that bubble, but cut this bit off right here. Where's my scissors? Of course, on the floor. Sometimes you get little bits that you just have to trim off, and sometimes you have to sand it. But I was trying to get this heart to stay in the middle of the bow. It did not work out so well, but these are like purple bows, and the heart did not stay in the right spot. Then we have, these ones are a little bit uneven. This one was a hard pour because it was getting thicker. Da, 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 da. And I'm probably going to paint that inner heart a different color. Not sure yet. But those will need to be sanded and taken back to their level. They'll be leveled. So that is all the ones that we have molded this time. And I'm still, like, a lot of this is still learning techniques and things like that. Just practicing and seeing what works and what doesn't work. I just realized this puzzle piece is not even. I'm not sure if that's a thing. If it's just the mold, where is my mold anyway? Where did I put the puzzle piece mold? Oh yeah, it's not perfectly, okay. I mean, not all puzzle pieces are. I mean, most puzzle pieces are not, but. And then we have these. These are really cute. These actually turned out pretty well because this was a different glitter. I do have to go in and change up those, fix up those edges a bit. But these turned out really pretty too. And then today I am getting my mold for my side monkeys, which will be freaking awesome. So this is everything here. A lot of these are gonna, that one definitely will need some mark, but make a little picture. And I don't normally, this is not like a, you get in there. And you guys get in there. So, but yeah, I'm getting some stuff made up so that I can start to make some jewelry, which is really going to be fun. I don't wear much jewelry, but I don't mind making it. I'm impressed with how a lot of these turned out. I definitely need more. I need some more glitters and red, like colorants and things like that. So I hear the trash truck. So, but those are really cool. This one I really like. I like these things because I think I'm gonna have fun like playing with dinosaurs. You know, it would be cute to send like to make a set. You know, of like 2 of each and whatever colors. I think those are perfectly adorable. Let me make a little picture. Not that this is how I'm going to sell them, but so we will probably do some painting, painting in the details in a little while. I need to get myself a doming tray, which is like a silicone thing and it has little spikes, and then you put these on there and it holds them kind of level while you dome the backs. This one I don't think I'm going to need to dome. I might shave down those or sand down those edges a little bit same with those, but for the most part, I think this one's gonna need a little bit of sanding. And this one's gonna need a little teeny bit of sanding. Like the ones that are the straighter edges. A lot of these won't be gummed. I want to use like pictures and things I have somewhere. They're my stickers. Of course, we cannot gum stickers. For example, let me see if I can find one that is cut. I don't think I have it cut. Or wanted to find one that was cut, but it looks like I'm not going to. But for example, say somebody wanted a sky that you can put a sticker on here. Not like that. It'll obviously be cut around and everything, but you put stickers on there and then you clear coat it and voila. So you can do vinyls, you can do transparencies, like there's so many things you can do. And I am so excited about it. Or you can do Winnie the Pooh. Like it's gonna be so cool. But these I definitely want to stand up teeny, and I'm don't put on things. The front doesn't really need it so much as the back. And it's just that little teeny edge. But yeah, even just doing that little teeny bit changed that a lot. That's really nice. Even just giving it like one or two passes gives it that nicer, smoother edge. I also yesterday made a lightsaber out of clay. I haven't baked it yet, but not sure how happy I am with it. That iridescent is gorgeous. This one probably will need a little bit of work, but let's see about going ahead and I think we're gonna do this one. I kind of, well, I'm not sure I'm set on these particular images for it, but I think my mom would absolutely adore it, except for this one is not, like, this drives me crazy. This one drives me crazy because it's not symmetrical, and it's like, if I put it on there, either he's centered or his ear is centered, and, like, I mean, I could center him and just nip off the ear, I don't know. But yeah, these are super fun to do. I also got an image for a regular Yoda. But I really wanted to do something cool and send it to my mom. She has requested if I can figure it out, a pair of lightsaber earrings. She found a pair at freaking Salvation Army and ended up, like, they were originally a $60 pair of earrings. And she's like, Britt, if you could, she lost one of them. And she's like, if you could make another set of these. So I was going to try a lightsaber. I may say, Mom, send me out the lightsaber and I will mold it. Excuse me, my bladder is going nuts right now. But it's pretty cool. I am slowly but surely getting the hang of this. These turn out really good, and I am going to be getting more molds. I have a couple of molds on the way. He doesn't know about these. I bought them, and then he's like, "You have to promise you're not going to spend a ton of money on things." And then, so I'm like, "Well." I think I'm going to actually print out a different Yoda because I think the one that I'm thinking about is going to be super cute on here. But look how adorable it is. And this is like, I wish it showed up, but it's super iridescent where it's very, I did mix a tiny bit of green into this one, so it's not as iridescent as it could be. But it has a green hint to it without the iridescence, and it's really neat. So, but so many things to play with. I am so happy. These I have an idea for, and I will probably, when I print stuff for pacifiers, I will do some of those. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need a print. This pacifier right here is actually heading off in parts. So I shipped out a pacifier last week, and it arrived where the only thing that was safe, thankfully, was the button and the shield, which are obviously the most important parts. This was broken, and this thing was smashed. So the customer contacted me and requested like, could you possibly send a replacement? It arrived smashed, and I of course said yes, because it's customer service. You do it. So this part is going to get shipped off again, but I am left with this, which I think I'm going to leave it like this and make it for myself, because I do want another pacifier. I have my what is it? Octonauts. That bladder, chill. I have my Octonauts pacifier, but it is a little bit it kind of has a little bit of a resin smell to it because it is completely covered in resin. Like this one is. It was painted and covered. And it does have a bit of a resin-ish smell to it. Not smell. The nipple tastes weird. Don't ask me why. The nipple was nowhere near. The nipple tastes weird to me. And I'm very picky about my tasting about that type of thing. So, but that being said, I have one I can make for myself that is not just green. I can make myself all the green ones I want because I have so many green pacifiers left over. But I want something other than green. I love green, and I'm actually thinking about trying to do something monkey-wise. Yeah. Anyway, let me pack up the. I'm gonna put those over here. This guy, right? This is my lightsaber. Oops, don't slide. Oh, that's a blade. My lightsaber. It's not big, so it's why I'm being careful. I'll put all my molds away that don't. I mean, I will need to clean some of them first. I need to get down here. Oops, enough things. Oh, my bladder just like keeps eking out a little bit. So I'm collecting like the little extra bits that I make. When I have extra resin, I use this little tiny earring mold, and someday I'll find the right thing for them. Or they'll go with a jewelry piece or something. I'm not sure yet. Or they can be used as the ends of. I do have to fix those up a little. All right, this one is definitely needing some work. And then I put the bigger ones in a different section. So we have little bits, and then this is actually some kind of finished charms. This is what the mushroom looks like. Actually, I like this one better. This is a little bit of a mushroom pendant that I was playing with. It's cute. I like this mushroom a lot. And you can make it more 3D as well and put them together like type of deal. But so I think these are cute. And it's nice. This one I'm a little worried it's a little thin. It's gonna need to be sanded. I may not throw that one in there yet. But then we have these ones, the bigger ones. And I just put these away for a little while, and then I'm actually really impressed with this heart mold I got. Like, this one is really impressed me. Like, I'm impressed with this one. It's really cute. This one as well is really nice. But, these ones, the pendants, I'm going to put somewhere else because I want them to be separate. I really need to get a container to organize instead of just bags. I mean, I've got a lot of bags. I'm definitely going to work on the Yoda one today, and then these probably I will are done. But set these aside for now. It scares me so thin. I think my mom would greatly enjoy this one. Yeah, this will go in there for now. Oh, I've got these two. I'm gonna set these in there as well because I don't want to. All right, we do have to do pacifiers today, and I have to cut out some masks if I can get to it, because I have family members that need some masks. I also kind of want to send some teaching along with people as well at some point. I have to think of how I don't know what I want to do with the blue one yet. So I'm going to go ahead and slowly we're going to work on, may see about going and getting some more glitters and colorants. I need to buy some colorants from Amazon, like an actual resin colorant, because while micas work great, I somewhat want a solid color as well. There's really 3 different colorants you can use specifically. The most popular are mica and alcohol ink, which turns a really neat effect that I have to play with at some point. And then there's just like plain old colorants like these. So that one is a glow in the dark pink. Ooh, you need shaking. But anyway, that is kind of the deal with those. Let me get this stuff put away here too. I have a bunch of other ones as well that are from the other day that I need to sort out, put away. Ah! Not working. This was supposed to be a, it was going to be a fidget spinner, and it's not working all that well. And it is, but it isn't. I have to think of a better way to do this. You need a little bit of doming, and you need some doming. This one I did not need to dome, as far as I can tell. I'm going to put these all in a box, just because that's the way it's safer for them. They're bigger, chunkier things. No, maybe I'll do a little giveaway or something at some point. And oops. I love doing resin, you guys. I love it, love it, love it. And we have a couple from the other day where they came out there and stuff. They were just random. Got left over. You make some pretty random stuff with leftover stuff. It's just kind of funny. Alrighty. I need to pull up. I'm trying to find my headphones. I don't know what. I must have brought them in the living room. So let's go see. Oh, did I get no freaking order? No. Okay. I have a lot of orders coming up. Okay, so we're Monsters Inc. I have Pokemon, I believe I have, and then we have some Galaxy. This one is an Elmo. This one is. Yeah. I don't know why that one came up at 35. That's weird. I'm not sure exactly what it did, but hey, oh well. It did the thing. I'm still trying to work out the resin or the shipping on these. Like sometimes it charges shipping and other times it doesn't. And it's weird. And I've got to figure that out. Hey, this is Pacifier. I'm not sure why it charged 35. But anyway, let me check out here. So I know I'm gonna need to print. Oh no, I have that one. Hang on. I really need my, not those ones, but the bladder is just going to town today. It's very much a like bloop 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 day apparently. Partially because I'm sitting. All right, so we need Monsters Inc. And somewhere in here are my M's. I have 4 of these left. That is it. I think that's it. Can I have more Monsters Inc. in there? I don't know. I have 1 liking. Okay, there's a Pokemon. There's the Galaxy. Actually, wait a minute. Where's the Galaxy? There it is. My M's. And here's my Galaxy paper. I gotta find it. I only have a couple of Galaxies left as well. Where are you? You are hiding from me. And I know you're in here. There they are. There they are. And then Sesame Street. I think I need to print more out. So what did I say was the first? Okay, so we got Elmo, or not Elmo. We got Monsters Inc., Pokemon, and Twilly. I think I have, let's see. I'm on white, black, purple. Who else? Wait, okay, so. You need a white, black, purple. These are going to go in the box. These are going to go set aside for making doohickeys. Yes, that is a typo. And I need the black, and I will need the white again as well. I'm not sure I'm going to do that one. I do have it pulled out, so I probably could. And you, like I said, I get a lot of greens because if I have an order for a black and a white, I just buy the 3-pack because you get the extra one for free basically when you buy the 3-pack. So it's like, yeah. Okay, doing nothing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go with this one. Obviously, I'm just going to cut this off. With that one. Alright, that one's ready to go back. I'm not using that today. Now, Pokemon. And this is going to be Pikachu. I'll have to look through and see what other ones I need to print. Why did I close my drawer? And the other ones I have not gotten yet. They will be here like Monday, I think. One M. This can all go back in the line. Let's get it. Ta-da. All right. And then we have to prep. One of the annoying things about prepping these pacifiers right now is that I have no lunch. I don't have the right. I don't have the right sandpaper. Probably Hannah and I will go out tonight because she got paid today. She's gonna need to get stuff for her lunches. Where is the one I made? It's hiding. I know. Oh shit! Did I take that one apart? No, there's no way I took that one apart. Please tell me I didn't take it. Oh god, thank God! I just sold this one. It's really cute, and I'm fairly impressed with it. Actually, you go back in here. So he needs to be put together. I believe it's Nicholas somewhere running around here. Nope, that's fine. Either way, it's fine. But I still have these for sale, you guys. These are so cute. And I still have a Paw Patrol one for sale as well, a different Paw Patrol one. I like this one. If this one doesn't sell, I'll give it to Andrew, but he already has one very similar to it. But these ones are so cute. I know it doesn't show up real well, but like. And this one is actually like, if I was a girly girl, this one would be the one I picked because that's so cute. It's a little piggy. It's so cute. I love these. I'm surprised they have not sold yet. A lot of people have told me they like the uniqueness of my style of pacifiers, which is really cool. All right, let me look through stickers here. You are all set. Oh, I forgot the second Galaxy one. I'll have to get that back up. Galaxy is all set. Monsters Inc. Okay, so we need an Elmo, I believe it was. And a Pikachu. Tell me I have Elmos. I know I have Cookie Monsters. Yay, we have an Elmo. Which means I actually don't have to print those. Alrighty, I'm pretty sure that was an Elmo. Yes, an Elmo. Awesome. All right, and I know a bunch of these do have. I might make mine into a Pikachu one. I don't know. We'll see. I also really want to do a dinosaur. Let me grab the Galaxy one right back out because I forgot to cut the second one. It's always funny, like these Galaxy ones seem to go at the same time. Like I'll get an order for one and then the other. Interesting. Like they really seem to like legit go right hand in hand. Oh, and I can cut that up. We have 8 of these left for sale. And that one is not going to come back with that particular Galaxy. If you guys want this particular Galaxy one, you better snatch it up quick. But they're going. All right, so Elmo is going to have personalization. Not on the Galaxy. Not on the Galaxy. Let's check Pikachu. I think that one did. Nope. Little scarer. Both of my white ones have letters. When they do these, there we go. So little scarer and what's the other one else? Baby Joey. All right, so we're gonna actually do that first. Get those set aside because they do take a while to cure, and I'd like to be able to get these out in the next couple of days. Well, this weekend I'll get them done. I'm not going to rush all this today. I'm going to mostly put the stuff on there and then go from there because I do need to cut out some masks today, if I can. So these should all be available throughout Monday. Yeah. I really don't want to sew. I really don't. But I have to sew some masks. I need to sew a pair of shorts for me, but I really don't want to do that. I mean, I wanted to just buy some shorts, but that was not an option. So where are letters? I moved my letters, and I'm not sure where they were moved to. Where the cat moved them, maybe. Something. Where did I put them? Oh, yeah, that's more like I typically look. Let me pull up. I'm gonna need to purchase some L's. So, L I L S E A R. I'm gonna go ahead and put a heart in the middle of the other one. Possibly, how many is this? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll think about that. The other one was, I have to go look up all the spells. A-O-E-Y. I'm gonna need B's and A's. A, B, I, A, O, E, possibly a heart. That would be cute. Let's see. I think it looks better. I might also do something where it's just like a, I don't know. But there we go. E6000. There it is. It's a Baby Yoda. Let's not put it on the back of Baby Yoda. Still have not heard from that one customer. So I'm gonna throw these. Well, I'm gonna throw this one up. I'm very annoyed that my the post office messed those up. Alrighty. Pieces. E6000 is strong blue. We have these for tweezers, but that's not the same. Where are my tweezers? I swear to God, my cats were in here last night. Everything is weird. I mean, I don't have to have my tweezers for this. It's just a lot easier. Normal. Oh, they were hiding. We're good. Okay. So we have little scare, which would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. C would be the middle. However, if I'm gonna maybe kind of fucked up this a little bit. I said, I don't know where you want to go down where I put it. Just move over here. Look. And it should be enough wood from that. Okay. Really, not how much. Oh, okay. I think it would look cuter with the heart. At least somewhat. I'll put it on there. I want this a little bit even. There we go. That looks better. Hey, how are you doing today? It's quite warm. It's quite warm here as well, to say the least. This one is pretty. Very humid here throughout the summer. August is like one of our. August is usually our. I cannot talk today. English number one. August is usually our hottest month. July is also pretty hot, but usually August is first, or August is hotter. I mean, there is cloth diapers. Cloth diapers are technically more breathable, but you exchange breathability for bulk. Yes and no. That is the answer to that. Yes and no. Where did I put mine? I keep doing this to myself. What did I put in my cotton balls? Way back. Yes, technically they are more breathable. They are just more bulky. They are more bulky for sure. Ooh, I'm getting glue high. Woo! Damn. I just need to clean this. Add this. I think I'm gonna put the heart in the middle. Alright. I don't wear cloth diapers anymore at all. I had the issue. I wore them for a year straight, completely, and I liked them, but I do have some issues with my hips kind of dislocating. So cloth diapers for me had to be super thick in order to keep me from leaking, because I have a giant bladder that likes to pee massive amounts at once. Come on, you are gelling up already. So I had to do super thick cloth diapers, and they just were popping my hip out of joint all the time. So that became a quick no-go. But they're a lot of work, in my opinion. I know people who exclusively cloth diaper, but They are a lot of work. Oh, my wonder if it's just a coating. Like it's gelled completely already. Weird. Get off. Me my arse. Let me see here. I think I can kind of do away. There you go. Oh, that's touch everything. So, yes, washing because you cannot store cloth diapers like in your normal laundry. And you have to wash them separately. They take a minimum of 2 different wash cycles. You have to make sure you're using proper detergent for them. You have to dry them. Like it actually, like running a load of cloth diapers for me took about almost 6 hours. And it was a bit crazy for me to do that. Because typically with cloth diaper, you have to do a pre-wash with mild detergent and cold water. Then you do your normal wash in hot water. Then typically to get the best results, you will want to, we're gonna have to pour more because that is not even working. Then to get the best results, you want to do a rinse, and then you have to dry. So it takes a long time and a lot of water. In the end, I wasn't really saving much money because of I did it to try and save money. It did not save us almost any money because when you are fully incontinent or fully diaper dependent, you use a lot of them and you have to wash them every couple days. You have to wash diapers, like your max amount of time you should let a diaper sit without washing it is 4 days, recommended 2 or 3. So I was legit washing diapers all the time, and it just was not feasible. I was also doing this in, mind you, a coin-operated freaking apartment washing machine. And it was just ridiculous. It cost me $9 just to wash a load of diapers. Okay. And it was just god awful expensive. Man. Okay. All right, now this one's it. A pull-on would be more comfortable and allow me to still use the toilet if I can make it. Yes. If you're going pull-on cloth, check out Threaded Armor. They have a decent one. But yeah, pull-on. I mean, that's the thing. So that's the other thing, Dan. The other thing is there are so many different types of cloth diapers. There is a snap-on. Like I would highly recommend a pocket diaper because they are really easy to get off and on, but offer a little bit more protection than like a pull-on would. I do not necessarily recommend yeah. DG. No, it's not unrealistic at all. I highly recommend it. But pocket diapers can be a little bit, in my opinion. Okay, so here's my opinion on pocket diapers versus pull-on. The only issue I had with pull-on is if I did wet it, and I had to go to the bathroom, it was kind of hard to get off and on. Now, this was at work, mind you. I only wore my pull-on diaper at work. Do you know Fortnite? No, I don't know Fortnite. But, so, good girl. Good. But when I use a pocket diaper, it either Velcros or snaps on. But Apple did. I'm not sure. I don't know. But the Velcro or snap-on is easier because it just slides down. Like you undo one side and it slides down. You can pull it back up. Now, if you're going to change every time you wet it, that's a different story. Pull-on diapers might be fine, but you're gonna end up kind of touching it at some point or another. It's just a thing. So keep that in mind. But yeah, the cloth diapers are a good option if you are not completely incontinent, or if you have like stress incontinence, or if you have like if you're not completely flooding a diaper. It's hard as an adult when you completely flood the diaper. It doesn't necessarily work well. I know that for me, they took out the Fortnite game. Shit. That I'm kind of surprised about. But, so give me 1 second. I'm thinking here. There we go. And paper. We gotta do the prep for these. No, you're fine. You're fine, DD. I just go, no, you're fine. You're fine. I don't know Fortnite. I've never played it, so I can't be like a oh god, no, I don't know. You know, like no, I don't really know it, so I can't really like I know a lot of people like it and play it. But I am at home and can still try to make it. Yes. That's what I meant was urgent continence. For me personally, I have a gigantic bladder, and when my bladder lets go, it lets go, and it goes fast and quick. Like it goes fast and hard. So for me, the cloth diapers did not absorb quick enough at all for me. So I would end up with it wicking or leaking, you know, unless I had it super thick. It just depends on the type of incontinence you have and how your bladder functions and whatnot. There is shit in the bottom. There's like a dust bunny. That's what I meant. In there. All right, so the white ones are Monsters Inc. I will need transfer tape for. Somewhere. My hip is just killing me. It's trying to pop out like mad, and it's driving me crazy. Yeah, I need a wipe. I need to blow my nose. There it is. I found the drink. Yes, it is. I mean, for me, I wear a diaper. Like, I'm in a Mega Max diaper, and this thing lasts me a long time. Typically, I change. If I'm wet in the morning, I'll change. I was a little bit wet this morning, but my bladder's been a little crazy, so I didn't because I'm just like, I'm going to use it up. But are these too big? Please tell me these are not too big. I'm really annoyed if they're too big. So it really just depends on your type of incontinence, what you're comfortable with, type of deal. And give them a shot. It's worth a shot. even just to buy one and a couple inserts, it's worth a shot. Amazon has them. Like, there's a lot of different places that offer cloth diapers. I currently, and probably for the foreseeable future, will not be selling cloth diapers because getting PUL became very hard this year. Ask how often you change. Usually 2 to 3 times throughout the day. Sometimes maximum of 4. It really just depends on what my body does. Like if I have a messy accident, then it's going to be more. But typically I change when I get up in the morning. If I'm wet, change kind of late afternoon-ish, early evening-ish. Then I take a shower and put on a night diaper. So usually but it depends on when I take my shower, type of thing. It really just depends on the bladder day. Sometimes it's more often, sometimes it's less often. Never is it really more than 4 times unless I have a really bad bowel day. And that's usually when I will switch to a cheaper diaper for the day. If I'm really having a bad bowel day, I'll have Andrew go and stop to Walgreens. But yes, currently my diaper that I use on a regular basis is a Mega Max. Better dries, I just don't do well with. I have to have a very reusable tape because I do go to the bath. I have no colon, so I am, no, I do not add a booster. You trust me, with the Mega Max, a booster would just, for me, especially with bowel issues, a booster kind of makes that more of a chance to leak. When it comes to my habits, I have no colon. So I am going to the bathroom typically about 5 times a day, if not more. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. It just depends on the day, what I've eaten and everything. But I also, because I've had so many surgeries in the rectal area, I have very weak muscles. And so for me, if I gotta go, I gotta get there fast. And I have to go multiple times a day. And I'm not going to change my diaper every time I do that. And with the Mega Max, because they have a landing zone, the tapes are kind of infinitely reusable until the sticky's gone. All right, DG, see you later. Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, you really have to know your habits and what you need in a diaper. I did try the XP 5000 from XP Medical, the Beyond XP 5000. They just don't work for me because they're primarily pulp, and I need sap as well because it holds more and it does a lot less breakdown. But they do have a Velcro tape. I'm waiting for Tigables to come out because I need to know if their diaper is going to fit me. Tigables is coming out with their XL again soon. It was supposed to be this summer. I have a feeling. But when Tigables comes back out, if they fit me, I'm switching over to Tigables completely because A, cheaper. B, they have a refastenable tape. Yes. Hang on 1 second, guys. Do I have bowel issues overnight? Yes, on occasion. It really, once again, my bowel problems are completely dependent on A, muscle function of the day, B, what my consistency is. Typically, like if I don't eat anything for the day, I have liquid poo, I will for sure have accidents. Other days it's muscle. Like if my muscles are really tired, I'm going to have a really hard time controlling it. I thought I just heard a phone and I'm the only one home. So yes, I do have some bowel issues throughout the night. If I'm going to typically have an accident, that's when it's going to happen. Probably. Sometimes I have them throughout the day, especially if I'm like lifting things and moving things. Sometimes I'm going to have that accident, or say I'm out from the house and I can't get to a bathroom. My chances of making it once I get home are slimmer. No, my bladder has zero feeling. I have zero control of my bladder. I have complete nerve death. Me. Just so we um, oh, you are welcome. I am kind of the perfect person to share because I have had so much medical stuff go on that my level of hiding stuff has gone out the window many years ago. I've been at this incontinence thing for well over 10 years. Well, about 10 years. Yes, that is the point. So, but with your nerve issues, what are your bladder symptoms like? I have zero nerves in my bladder. They don't feel a thing. So I don't have urge. I don't feel my bladder filling at all. I don't ever feel the need to pee. The only thing I can actually feel is my skin in that area. And that's actually limited as well. I've found out. But if I am, say, sitting in the car and my bladder's trying to pee, and I'm in just that right spot where the urethra is kinked at the very end before it hits the skin when you're peeing, that's where I'll feel like a sharp thing. And I'm like, oh, my bladder is trying to pee because I've learned that's what that feeling is. But other than that, sometimes with me, it's kind of a little bit of a dysautonomia thing that happens when somebody's paralyzed. Their body, say they have to, like, when you can't feel a thing, sometimes your body will give you a symptom that is completely unrelated to let you know that that's a thing. It's called dysautonomia. For paraplegics and quadriplegics that have to catheterize, they will get some sort of dysautonomia thing where they get like super red, they get hot, different things. For me, I get this really kind of just a sudden, strong, like almost overstimulation feeling. And I've learned that in the last couple of months, even that's what it is that my bladder is trying to pee and I'm in the wrong position to let that happen. Okay. But so I kind of have learned that feeling means let my, either stand up and let my bladder go or lay all the way back, find that position that allows the bladder to flow because I can't, because there are no nerves, like all the nerves are dead. We've done nerve testing and the nerves are just dead because I've had so many surgeries. So when that sensation happens, I can't make myself pee. I can't push and make myself pee. If I push to make myself pee, I poop. It's just the thing. But I know that if I lay back, like say I'm sitting like this and my bladder's trying to pee, typically when I'm in this position, my bladder will let me pee. The only times it doesn't really let me pee is in the car and when I'm sitting on the couch in a certain way, it happens. But I know kind of just to like let everything, open up and flow, or I stand up and straighten up. Depends on what I'm doing at the time. But that's kind of how I've learned to know that that's what's going on. Yes. So, no, I do not. When we were first diagnosing the incontinence, the doctor was like, "You need to do time voiding." I would literally sit on that toilet for 20 minutes, half an hour. Nothing would happen. I'd try, and I can't even use those muscles really anymore voluntarily. So I would just sit there forever and wait and wait and wait, and I would never pee. And then I get off the toilet, do my thing, and then like 15, 20 minutes later, I pee. I refused at that point to allow my toilet to rule my life because I would be living on the toilet. And that's not a life. Now, the only time I pee on the toilet is if I'm sitting there and trying to put, typically that's when I will pee. Sometimes I'll sit, like, for example, if I'm going to take a bath, I'm going to sit on that toilet for a while, probably till I pee. Which is, I'll sit there for about 10, 15 minutes before a bath. If I don't pee, I don't pee. And then I get in the bath. Typically, once I get in the bath, it's only about 5 minutes till my bladder's like, hey, let's go ahead and pee. So I don't typically take baths. But if I'm trying to poo, or if I am pooping, 90% of the time I will pee. And I actually have this thing where a lot of J pouchers have this issue. That's the way my intestines are inside. It's called a J pouch. I have this issue where my bladder and my bowel kind of have to work together to get each other empty. So typically I start to go to the bathroom poo-wise. I'll hit a point where it's like, okay, everything, like I still know I have more to go. But my bladder then has to do its thing and void before I can finish pooping. And a lot of times, sometimes my bladder won't void if my bowel is too full. So it's kind of this weird work in progress. I don't have the ability to control that aspect of it. But yeah, so typically I sit on the toilet till I do both. At that point, like if I'm going in, I only go into the bathroom to sit on the toilet if I have to poop. Typically it happens, 99% of the time, pee will happen as well. Are my accidents full voids or do I dribble? I full void 90% of the time. Either I completely void or I'll do like half and half. Sometimes when my bladder does a bigger void, there's a little bit retained in there, and as I'm moving around, it lets out a little stream. It is really complicated, but it's all because of how my intestines are and whatnot that it's all that way. I started having surgeries in, how do I know when I change my diaper if you can't feel it? I look at the diaper, I feel the diaper. Typically you can tell. Or Andrew will check. If I'm in little mode or had a seizure or something, Andrew will check the diaper. So it's pretty easy to tell when a diaper is pretty full. I have more of an issue knowing that with pulp diapers, which the two differences, I don't know how many of y'all know the differences in the diaper makeup itself. There are two things they put inside of diapers. Pulp, which is the fluffy white stuff that you see. And then there is sap, which is a super absorbent polymer. This is what a lot of baby diapers are made out of as well. So the sap actually holds a lot more pee than the pulp does. Pulp kind of makes that bulk. It keeps the sap in place a little bit. If you have just pulp, your diaper's you're gonna have a harder time telling the diaper is wet or dry or how much it's got left to it. It tends to break down a little bit more, and it clumps. And I got resin on me apparently, or glue. Yeah. Sap, if you do just sap, for example, Tranquility does primarily sap. and very little pulp in there. Their diaper becomes this just squish thing, and once it's wet, the sap kind of gets pushed around. For me, I have thunder thighs. My thighs squish that, and it sends it to the front and sends it to the back, and then there's nothing in the middle. That is very bad. So having the right balance of pulp and sap is what makes a great diaper. Sometimes some people have said with the pulp, they feel like it wicks better, which actually is probably the case because it absorbs faster. Whereas the super absorbent polymer holds way more liquid in it, it doesn't absorb it as quickly. So this is the balance. And this is even with cloth diapers, kind of how it goes. You have to have that balance of quick wick it, get it in there, and then the sap can slowly take that in, a little bit slower. But you have to have that balance because you need quick absorption and you need it to hold a lot. So that's why the balance of pulp and sap is so important. The same thing goes for cloth diapers, by the way. Things like bamboo and hemp hold a lot, but they absorb much slower than like a cotton. And so typically when I made my diapers, the cloth diaper has several aspects to it. You've got your stay dry layer, which is the layer that is touching your skin. You've got your waterproof layer, which is obviously going to keep everything contained. And then you have what's in the diaper, what makes that diaper. You need something that absorbs very quickly on the top. You need like cotton, like flannel is great. It absorbs quick, and then it sends it slow. It sends it a little bit slower into the hemp or the bamboo. A lot of diaper companies also use microfiber. Microfiber has its problems. So if you're looking for a cloth diaper, don't get microfiber, especially for adults. It has what is called compression leak. It'll hold it, but then the minute there's pressure, it's going to leak. But there's also the other side of it is a lot of fabrics that are make up a stay dry layer have to have pressure in order to absorb through it, like suede cloth. Suede cloth, I've done the test. I don't remember if I recorded it or not, but I did the test where you have the primary stuff that is used is suede cloth, micro fleece, and athletic wicking jersey. I do. And suede cloth, you have to basically be sitting on that thing for it to absorb through and then stay dry. Once it absorbs through, the suede cloth feels pretty dry. Micro fleece is my favorite I just knocked down a bunch of shit. Please don't knock down more shit. Micro fleece is my favorite because it takes just a little bit of pressure, but it feels super dry and soft. Fleece kind of does this thing where once it soaks the fabric, the water through, it doesn't come back through as well. Fleece is really good for that. Then there's athletic wicking jersey, which absorbs, boom, everything goes right through it and it absorbs quickly, but it feels more wet to me, which is why I like the micro fleece the best. It takes the balance between fast absorption and feeling dry is a really good balance. Snap Easy diapers, for example, used to use suede cloth as their stay dry layer. They have switched that after I did a review for them and kind of, it was not a sponsored review or anything like that. I just did a review of the diaper. And when the new company came in, she saw my review, or the new owner came in, she saw my review and actually made changes to the diaper based on that review. So that's really cool. But yeah, so those are some things to look for when you are looking for a diaper is what the stay dry layer is. Is it fleece, suede, or like a wicking jersey? The next thing to think about is what is this insert made up of? Is it bamboo? Is it microfiber? Is it hemp? Is it just, cottons? Which cottons can work in certain situations. For example, a pre-fold diaper. Those work pretty well. And also terry cloth, which is basically a towel. That works pretty well too. Yes, unfortunately, due to my not unfortunately, but due to my circumstances, I have had to learn a lot about diapers. Just have had to learn a lot. Oh, we aren't taking that up yet. We are sanding real quick. So, and the thing is, back a few years ago, I'll say about 4 or 5 years ago, pretty much since I moved here, in all honesty, me and a friend ran a diaper company. I ran the cloth side of things. He ran the disposable side of things. But we both kind of knew the market a bit and researched how diapers work. We've tested out so many diapers because of it. And yeah, so my personal favorite diaper is Tygables. It's been a while since I've had them because they have not had an XL, and I am currently too big for the rest of them. But Tygables has a really great balance of, due to health issues, I was not able to keep up with it at the time. I started having seizures and stuff, and I couldn't keep up. And we decided, hey, we're kind of wanting to go different routes with this. So he disbanded the company. I was able to keep my supply of cloth supplies that I had. He is not, as far as I know, still selling them. It required, he was drop shipping, mind you. We were drop shipping where customers were buying through us and the manufacturers shipped. They drop shipped. So we would bring in the orders for them and then they would ship them out. It was a lot of work the way it was. It was a lot of work. So now I've changed up what I'm doing, obviously. No, he was not. He was a DL. He did wear 24/7, but he was not actually medically incontinent. You can turn yourself incontinent, and if people do, I don't recommend that because diaper lover. They have the desire to wear typically with a diaper lover, it becomes a sexual thing, but there's a whole community called ABDL, adult baby diaper lover. The adult baby side of things is a little iffy. Typically, we see the ABDL community, there's two sides of it. There's the sexual side where it becomes a fetish to wear a diaper, things like that, but there's also the regression side, which is almost a therapy type thing, where we do these things as a lifestyle to help us cope with traumas we've had, different things like that. A lot of people who have had trauma in their early years end up, a lot of us have. Like we're not exactly sure all the trauma that I've had. We've not been able to figure that out yet, but I was a middle child when I was 3 years old, almost 3 years old when my sister was born, and then the next one followed. So for me, it was a lot of changes. I went from being the baby to being the next one, the older one. So for my little brain at the time, that was a big change. Sometimes people turn to the ABDL lifestyle as a way to cope with different types of abuse. For me, there is a possibility there was some abuse. We are not sure on that one. That would take a lot of work to figure that out, which I have not been ready to do. But for me, the ABDL lifestyle is a way to go back in my brain and allow my inner world to be that of a young child. It is not pedophilia in any way when it's done the way. There are some who are actually very, very, very shunned in the community that are on the pedophile scale. And if you have any indication of it, you're not going to be involved in the community whatsoever. There are a few ones that are known that we just do not associate with at all. A lot of times we call them they who must not be named. There are some in the past that have really caused some issues for society or for society understanding us. For me personally, I use my ABDL lifestyle as a way to cope with the autism and sensory issues, with the medical trauma I've gone through, and in general stuff. I was a middle child. I was not I was not neglected as an abuse thing. I was neglected because you're the middle kid, you get forgotten. Um, so for me, it's just a way to de-stress and allow my brain and body to just be that of. Typically, I regress to about a year old. Um, as somebody who, okay, I'm going to say this. Those of you who are new, don't jump on me. At the moment, we believe I am on the autism spectrum. I have not had the money to go get officially diagnosed. Unfortunately, growing up, autism wasn't really a well-known thing from when I grew up. Now it is a very well-known thing, but a lot of the people my age have to get tested anyway to get an official autism diagnosis. It costs so much money. It costs a lot of money to get autism evaluations. So I do typically say I have autism. I am not officially diagnosed. But given the fact that I've worked with kids who have autism, that was my career, is working with children who were on the spectrum, had Down syndrome, different things like that. I worked with special needs children. Anna, our partner, grew up with a brother who has autism. Actually, I think both her brothers are autistic as well. But so for us, we know a lot of the things that go with autism. So we say to ourselves, at least, that I am on the spectrum. We don't know to what level. Obviously, very high functioning because I am verbal, things like that. I am very smart. I don't have a lot of any developmental delays exactly. I have a lot of social delays and issues. When it comes to functioning with other humans, I have a hard time. As well as far as like interacting, I guess you could say. But I have a lot of the sensory issues where I'm very overstimulated easy and things like that. So we do believe I am on the spectrum, but we have not, and probably won't for a very long time, have the money to diagnose that. But a lot of people who are in the ABDL community are on the spectrum. But for example, my pacifier use did not start out as an AB thing. I have been a thumb sucker since I was 6 months old. I do not suck it anymore because I have switched to a pacifier, at least not to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure I've woken up to, yeah, my thumb is soaking wet. But I was a thumb sucker until I was 16 years old when I stopped consciously sucking my thumb at that time. My sisters who slept in the same room as me said I did it almost every night anyway once I fell asleep. And then once I became 18 and started having my surgeries, I needed that back to keep myself calm and sane. And I was terrified to suck my thumb while I was in the hospital all the time because of all the germs. I had MRSA several times and things like that. And I was like, I'm not actually putting my thumb in my mouth. And I did. At this point, I was having incontinence issues. I was, so I was buying diapers. I decided from the recommendation of a fellow person who is, I'm not sure if he was really truly incontinent or not. I have no idea, but somebody introduced me to the world of, AB, being a little, and the fact that there are adult pacifiers out there. So I started using that instead and have done so ever since. And it was actually quite a transition for me, in all honesty. Like, it was really hard to transition from sucking my thumb all the time to using a pacifier. So, but it became a great way of coping. It became a really great way of coping. And then we realized, like, I've talked to my mom about this. My mom completely knows everything. I talked to my mom and she's like, I knew something was different with you as a kid. And I never could put my finger on it because she didn't know about the ABL community. So now that that's happened, she's like, it makes so much sense. She also, the autism played into it. Like, when she looked back at life, she's like, oh my God, it makes so much sense. I actually talked to my mom about the autism thing a couple weeks ago. And she's like, wow, it makes so much sense. She's like, your social cues were so off. She's like, you were always not on the same level as your age group. You know, my best friends were several years younger than me. Even to this day, I am 33 years old, almost 34. I function much more like an 18, 20-year-old than I do a 30-year-old. So, still to this day, my friends are mostly all in their early 20s. I don't have many friends 18, but you know, most of my friends are 20 to 25. So for me, it's definitely been an issue. Like knowledge wise, I am extremely smart. When I test and things like that, it's during college and everything. I have a lot of not like I have a fairly decent IQ. If you do a stupid internet test, it says I have a 130 IQ. I'm not sure that's accurate, but I am a pretty smart cookie. So for me, the smart part is very strong. And that's the thing. A lot of people with autism are very, very smart. They just can't necessarily communicate it properly. But when I was in school, like I had, you know, I was testing really well. Very, very high. You know, like when I went into college, I didn't do well with algebra in school because I was homeschooled and my mom is not good at math and my dad was a horrible type of teacher. So I never had proper teaching in algebra, and you can't really learn algebra very well on your own if you're not great at math. Math is still my weak point in my head. Apparently, according to the tests, it's not such a weak point. But when I went into college, I took like a pre-algebra type of course, you know, in college and got a freaking A in the class. And then when I moved to Connecticut, I had to quit school. I moved to Connecticut and finally was getting back into school, and I was doing the testing to see where I needed to be placed. And I tested out of Algebra 2. They're like, you don't need to take any math courses. You're testing out of it, which shocked me. I had no idea. I thought I was horrible at it. No, apparently I was great at it. So, but, you know, other than math, I had fantastic teachers. I was homeschooled. My mom taught me most of my life. My sister that is older, she's 6 years older than me. By the time I was in high school, she had been out. And when she was in high school, she was also homeschooled. Everybody was homeschooled. But we had a thing called Teenworks where we'd once a week go and be taught different subjects. My mom taught art. My sister was taught by a very good English teacher English and literature teacher. So when I was in high school, my sister had been out for a couple of years, and she actually taught English and literature and gave us a very well-rounded literature at the time. And I do great in English. When I went into college, I did fantastic. I aced all my English courses, and they were like, wow, you know a lot. Like they're like, you know how to write a friggin' essay and how to write this and how to write that. I'm like, God, you don't know about high school. I did so many writing projects in high school. But people were always impressed. Sorry, I'm a little bit on the high side from that freaking glue. I should probably open the window, but it's so fucking hot. You know, so I enjoy school. Where did I put my, I greatly enjoy school to this day, even like, I miss being in school and being in college. I loved it. However, with the seizures, there's not brain damage from the seizures themselves. There has been some brain changes from the seizure medication I was on before I was diagnosed with non-epileptic seizures. When they thought I had epilepsy, they treated me with seizure medications, and it permanently changed my brain. So there are definitely some brain changes to that. But I'm still, like, learning was my thing. I loved it. I was the kid that would be doing things for like just because, you know, like my mom's like, you know, that's not part of the assignment. I know, but it's fun and I want to do it. You know, I would do school for fun, you know. So as a kid, when I was in like elementary school, I hated school. But once I got into high school, once I got into middle school, basically, I loved school. And Like, my mom would be like, okay, you need to stop now. It's time to go do some outdoor play and things like that. So I was very much the nerd. I did really like school. So, all right, I obviously am not getting the masks today. At least not because my hip is not going to allow me to get on the floor right now. I don't have the space to do what I need to do. I really need Andrew to build me another table so that I can have certain different things. Masks don't take long. But I do have to sew like 10 of them, at least. All right. This one is first. That is, well, after these dry. This is first. Let me get this ready. All right, I gotta get my voice a little bit. I love to talk, obviously. I don't talk well in person, but when I'm talking to the computer and you guys, I can do it just fine. Ah, shit. You little bugger. There we go. That is kind of crooked. But even though I love learning, I am a very creative person. My hand is trying to pop out of the way. I am a very creative type of person. So for me, that is where I excel. You will dry? Like one of the changes that the seizure medication did make is it makes it very hard for me to sit down and read. My brain kind of gets stuck on a page or on a sentence, I mean. And it'll read the same freaking thing over and over and over again. I used to read like mad. You'd have to pull me away from books. I freaking love reading. But now, since that happened, I kind of have to stick mostly with like audiobooks because my brain just doesn't really. And I even have a hard time reading on the computer and stuff like. Oops, I went down the wrong way. So for me, audiobooks are my friend because I still love the aspect of reading, hearing a book, and all that. Like I love it. It is one of my favorites. But my brain just struggles so hard sitting down and reading a book. It tires my brain easily, and it's just been a struggle. All right, so I think this is gonna go on the purple. Come on, yeah. It's the hard part. This is the hard part of this because it has to go on these straight. Yeah, shit. That's better. Oh, we got a bubble. That bubble. That's better. Hold off. That one. Well, it's not done, but. That looks really pretty in the black. The really neat thing about this Galaxy one is that it's very different. Each pacifier is completely different. Even though it's cut from the exact same piece of vinyl, because it's a Galaxy one, every one is very different. It's really quite cool. They're not doing resin today at all, just because I need to give my body a little bit of a break from. We will get these ones done. Maybe we'll get to some masks. I'm not sure. That seems bigger than ours. Oh, no, that's right. Might need to cut it down a little bit on this one. That's okay. Yeah, I'll have to cut that a little bit. A little bit. Okay. I need to look at this one a little bit. Typically, I think this part is going to be a little. I don't know about that. Let's put that over a little bit more. These ones can be very problematic. Oh, it's too hot. Ah! That's better. That's how I wanted it to go. Oh. These ones are really cool because they are so custom. All of them are different. There we go. That looks good. Maybe we will do some masks. There we go. Ta-da! Those ones are done. Well, they're not done. Oh, I just knocked down the whole damn thing. Yay. Okay. Let me think. I think we're just gonna let those be for now. By the way, it's not done. This one I really like. This one's cool too, but purple is not my favorite. And there will be more of that purple showing. And then this one. Yeah. All right, let's see how long it is. My back is mad. I should do masks, but I have to go on the floor for that one. So I think we're gonna go ahead and close up the stream. I might need a rest. Oh, that's why I'm smelling alcohol. Woo, woo, woo. That would explain something. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go because the next thing I have to do is on the floor. Yay me. So you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow.